The channel, welcome back to more Blessed Crypto. In today's video we are going to be having another look at optimism OP to see if we can determine what is going on with the price. So if you guys do appreciate the content, please do consider subscribing to the channel, give it a thumbs up and make sure you hit the notifications bell when I'm uploading future content. And with that, let's get straight into it. So it seems like optimism is following the wave count that I have put onto the chart for you guys, and we did get a pump to the upside. Like I did say in my last video that it was looking promising, and I did think we would start to move to the upside, and that is exactly what happened. I will get into that in just a second, but before I do, let's go over the higher time frame where we are looking that we went up in a wave 1, we came down in a wave 2. We are looking at this as a diagonal pattern where we then went up in an A wave. This is a B wave, and we could be getting a C wave to the upside to complete a wave 3 before we get a wave 4 to the downside to complete a wave 4, and then we get a wave 5 to the upside to complete a wave 5. Obviously it will extend out further. I'm just kind of showing you what could be potentially going on. Now I have said to you guys, if we end up losing that 93-cent level, we would have to start switching bearish on this chart. We literally came down to that 88.7 fib, and I would like to see us not go below this low here, coming in at that 90-cent level. If we lose that, then I think we would have to start switching bearish. At the moment, we are still doing higher highs and higher lows, which is a good sign. However, we just have to be aware that this is an unreliable chart, and we haven't got a lot of chart history to go on, so this can potentially break down to do new bear market lows, and we could look at this as a 3-wave structure with a continuation to the downside. Okay, so stop losses, good risk management definitely is needed with a chart like this, because if we did suddenly start breaking to the downside, this could potentially, like all assets, I guess, go to zero. All right, but for now, we are still potentially looking at something more bullish going on, and we could end up getting a third wave to the upside. Now, I am tracking at the moment this ABC structure to the upside. Now, I did let you guys know that what we would want to see is this 50-day moving average that was accelerating to the downside. We wanted to see it start to flatten out, and that is actually what has now started to happen. So that's indicating to us that the acceleration to the downside has slowed, and we have now got above that 50-day moving average. And when we have done that in the past and we have successfully stayed above it, we do get these big explosive moves to the upside. Now, it could very well be that we do something very similar to what we did here, okay, where we did get above it, we come back down to retest it, we kind of fight it for a period of time, and then we do get that explosive move to the upside. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do come back down to test that 50-day moving average, and we could potentially be looking at coming back down and fizzling around sideways for a little bit. So just kind of be aware of that. I have put this ascending channel where we have come down to the bottom, we've then come down to the midsection, we then came back down to the bottom, and I said to you guys I was expecting a bounce from either the top or the midsection, and we came down perfectly, touched the top part of the ascending channel, and we got that reversal. And I did see this strong reversal candle, and I said to you guys that I thought that looked quite promising, and we could be expecting a bit of a move to the upside. And we did actually get a 40% move to the upside. We are getting a bit of a correction at the moment. And we could, I guess now, if we are looking at this as this ABC to the upside, let me just take the fibs for a second and take from the low to the high, back down to the low. We didn't even get to the 1-to-1 ratio, all right, for this wave C, okay? I want to see this get to at least the 1.618 fib. We didn't even get to that. So what I'm kind of thinking at the moment is that in this C wave, this could actually be a wave 1, We're going to come down for a bit of retracement in a wave 2. Then we can get a 3, a 4, and a 5 to complete this wave C. Okay, that's how I'm kind of counting it at the moment. I can quite easily count a 5 wave move, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we got another high to complete a wave 5 to complete a wave 1. We could be looking at coming down to do a wave 2, and then we should get a third wave to the upside, then a 4, then a 5 to complete that wave C, and after that we would then be looking at a bit more of a deeper correction. All right, but we're miles away from that at the moment, so let's just focus on what's at hand at the moment. So for further upside, we now need to hold the 786 fib coming in at $1.21. If we come down to the 88.7 fib level and we kind of come down like this and we fizzle around sideways and we drop through and we end up going below $1.09, that would be early indication that something more bearish is going on. However, really, we can actually just move this A wave over here, okay, and then we'll be coming down in a 3 wave move, and as long as, I'm going to give you guys the levels now, as long as the 98-cent level holds, or the 786 fib, really the $1.06 level holds, this would then be a B wave like this, and then we could then start the C wave from there. So that is also a possibility, but in my opinion now, if we lose this low down here at that 89-cent level, then obviously that is game over for this wave pattern that we have put onto the chart. But be aware that if we do kind of come back down and we lose this level, there is a possibility that I can just move the A wave over here. Okay, then we get a B wave that could come down a little bit further to, where is it? Okay, it's not showing it to me now. So I will put that onto the chart as an area that if we end up suddenly selling off to the downside, there is still one more area that we could find as support. As long as we hold the $1.05 or the 98-cent level, we can still focus on further upside. So there is a chance that we can come back down to this ascending channel one more time and still actually pull off something bullish as a result of that, because I would just move this A wave. I wouldn't like to see that, to be honest with you. I would prefer us now just to actually look at this as the A wave, this as the B wave, and then we are actually in this C wave, and we are just looking at this as a wave 1, this as a potential wave 2, and then we get a 3, a 4, and a 5 to complete that wave C. What would the eventual target for that wave C be? We would be potentially looking, like I said already, you know, we could be getting up to that 1.618 fib, which is coming in at $2.09, and from where we are at the moment, that would be another 40% move to the upside. But I do think we have a little bit further to come down before we do go up in that C wave. First area to find support would be the 50% fib level, $1.37, the 618 coming in at $1.31, the 786 fib coming in at $1.21, and then if we do kind of come down to these areas, then we would be falling back down into those prices that I just gave to you guys. But for now, we can potentially look at this as a wave 1. We could be potentially coming down in a wave 2, then a 3, a 4, and a 5 to complete that wave C, as long as we do hold this 786 fib at $1.21. I would give it one more chance at the 88.7 fib level, but if we do lose that level, then we would be potentially falling back down into that support area that I just said to you guys. And if we lose that, and we lose this 88.7 fib level at 93 cents, and we lose this low here, then we are switching bearish on this chart, and we would be potentially looking at new bear market lows. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Please do consider subscribing to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you hit the notifications bell when I'm uploading future content. And with that, take care, stay blessed.